Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. And this watch is a 2025 retailed limited edition of 20 pieces in DLC blackened stainless steel from Moser Cie of Schaffhausen, Switzerland. This is the Streamliner Flyback Chronograph F1 limited edition in funky red. Now, let me be clear. This is not the Cortina. The Cortina does not look like this. It's similar, not identical, so don't confuse them. This watch is a little bit more colorful and a whole lot more black. It is dimensionally the same, however, and it represents the second generation Streamliner Flyback Chronograph. More on that in a moment. Dimensionally, it has not changed externally. It's still 42.3 millimeters in diameter. I measure it 14.3 millimeters thick, and then the lug-to-lug is the same as the diameter. It's 42.3, but I measure the first end link on each side to give us a more representative distance across the wrist, and that is 48.1. We'll throw this watch on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference, and get a sense of how it fits. It actually fits quite well. All of the Streamliners fit well, and unlike a lot of integrated bracelet watches, this wears true to its rated size, so I don't have to worry about it wearing like a 44 or a 45. You can see on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, it's a good match. It's actually not even that thick, and with a sloped flank, it probably will slide underneath any kind of a dress cuff. Look at the edges of the case. You can really see I've got clearance here. This watch would wear fine on a wrist as small as 14 centimeters, again, mine is 16. Taking a look at the DLC, you can see that the underlying decoration of the bracelet, the polish and the satin, remains intact. The interlock of the links of the Moser bracelet has always been one of the most exact and aesthetically pleasing in the business. It has an almost organic grace to it. It's very pliant, flexible, and comfortable. You can see many small removable links. If you want to size this at home, though, you will need a block and a punch because these are bars and sleeves. And then we've got a clasp with a twin trigger release. When closed, see it has the Moser crest, and then you can see both triggers must be pressed in order to open it up. It's 120 meters water resistant. Somewhat remarkably, you are able to use the chronograph functions down to that rated depth. It is a screw down crown, and I'm not making that up. Moser says you can use the chronograph. You'll notice a few features of the dial. First, no date. Second, a racing dial. It has the staggered hash marks for the chronograph and chronograph fractions of seconds, as we would have seen back in the late 60s through 70s on a lot of Omega chronographs that featured the so-called racing dial. It looks like the checkered flag at the end of a race, so that's why they call it the racing dial. Now, this one has a little bit of an extra embellishment with the yellow accents to match the yellow chronograph seconds hand. This is funky red. You've seen Moser's funky blue. This is a funky red fume or smoked fade. Bright at the center, dark at the edge. You can see it's a metallic brushed sunburst, and Moser using its very understated, clear lacquer to write the company name. Their reasoning is sound. The design language is strong enough that you don't need to see Moser. For the same reason, or similar reason, they don't put Swiss made on the dial because they take it on faith that you know their watches are 90 to 100% Swiss made, whereas Swiss made by law in Switzerland is a leniently enforced 60% value standard, to say the least. So you can see we also have a radial 60-minute display, so it's a little bit like a Le Mans chronograph in that regard. You have central seconds, central minutes. You just saw that's instantaneous jumping minutes. And then we've got a tachometric scale outboard because this is an F1 themed edition. You could use this to time a race car around a track and gauge the speed of the race car. So you start when the race car begins the kilometer. You stop when the race car passes the end of the kilometer. If you freeze it right here, for example, that would be 200 kilometers per hour over the kilometer. Now, it is a flyback, which means you can reset and restart just like that without first stopping. Ideal if you are timing events that occur in rapid succession. We have an applique polished Arabic numeral 60 up at the top. Let's take a look at the loom. It uses ceramic globalite loom. That is what they call this material. And although you cannot see it, the Agengraph movement in here, it is created by Agenor. This is the caliber HMC 907 in Moser speak. It has its automatic winding rotor under the dial, so you get automatic winding. It's got two barrels, 72-hour power reserve, but at the same time, you get the big open case back of a manual wind. And it is a column wheel Agen clutch mechanism, which is to say, demonstrate a little bit of this. You can see the column wheel quite easily. It's actually double layer. It's a little bit like a flattened column wheel in that it works in the round like a column wheel, but it also has protruding lobes like a cam. Regardless, the feel is very crisp. It is that of a column wheel in terms of feel and sound. Now, the Ocean clutch works a little bit unconventionally. There is a toothed engagement to prevent skipping, but then there's also a roller engagement that's designed to ensure it operates without the kind of play associated with a conventional lateral clutch. It's a large movement, it's a handsomely decorated movement, and Jean-Marc Wiederrecht, the head of Agenor, which developed this in Geneva, has said that the movement meets the standard for the Poinçon de Genève. It's just not certified. And looking at the decoration of the elements here, I believe it. You've got a large movement that properly fills this case back, and I believe it is a 3 hertz beat rate. You can also see the escapement hidden underneath many different layers. The movement is technically impressive, and the combination of a unique clutch, a unique winding system, nickel anthracite coated bridges, handsome polished screw heads, mirrored bevels. We have satin on a lot of the chronograph steel components. You can also see several different grayscale tones, solarization on the barrel covers. You can see there's engine turning beneath on the base plate. It is very, very, very attractive. And this is a handsome and uncommon limited edition of 20 pieces from a brand that is a lot of fun. They are one of the few German-Swiss watch brands, and of course over in Schaffhausen, their larger neighbor IWC is perhaps better known, but not more inspired. So if you love Moser watches, and this is a great one, only 19 other people in the world will be able to share the pleasure you have with this one on your wrist. Reach out to Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase and pricing details. Oops, one more thing to add. This special edition Streamliner comes with a custom red strap that integrates with the case and a matching DLC stainless steel pin buckle.